Welcome to Canada, the podcast that helps you prepare for your Canadian adventure with clarity and confidence. Hello, future newcomers, and welcome to your Canadian Prep Zone. You're listening to episode number 22, and it is recorded in February 2026. I'm Emma, your host and your international mobility coach. I'm here to help you prepare, plan, and thrive in your move to Canada. Today, I'm going to talk about the Ontario school system. If you're planning a move to Ontario with kids, I know exactly what keeps you up at night. You're wondering whether your children will adjust, whether they will get a good education, and honestly, you're probably feeling a bit overwhelmed by all the unfamiliar terminology. Junior kindergarten, grade systems, Catholic versus secular schools. Trust me, I've helped dozens of families navigate this exact situation. And today I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about Ontario's school system. First things first, education in Canada is a provincial responsibility. Therefore, Ontario runs its own show, completely separate from what you might find in British Columbia or Quebec. It means two things. The system is tailored specifically to this province's needs, and you need someone who really understands how Ontario works. Let's start with the basics. Ontario's education system is divided into three main cycles. Preschool, which we call kindergarten here, elementary schools, and secondary schools, or high school, as most people say. Now, here is something that catches off a lot of newcomers. Kindergarten in Ontario actually starts at age 4. Yes, 4. Not 3, not 5. It is split into 2 years. Junior kindergarten, or JK, it's for your 4 years old. And senior kindergarten, or SK, it's for your 5 years old. While not compulsory, I always tell my clients it's worth enrolling their kids. It's not just daycare. It's a real educational program that sets children up for success. After kindergarten comes elementary school, which usually runs from grade 1 through grade 8. So your 6-year-old enters grade 1, and by the time he is 13 or 14, is finishing grade 8. Now, here is where it gets slightly complicated. In some school boards, the structure is a little bit different. Primary schools run from grades 1 to 6. Then there is a separate junior high for grades 7 to 8 or even 7 to 9. Elementary school covers all the fundamentals: math, science, English, French, history, geography, and physical education, or phys ed, as we say here. It's a well-rounded general education that prepares kids for the more specialized learning that comes next. And now, a word from a sponsor. But there is none. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm the sponsor of the show right now. Today's episode is brought to you by my one-on-one coaching services. Thinking about immigrating to Canada but feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or pulled in too many directions? You're not alone, and you don't have to do it alone. I offer customized one-on-one support to help you move forward with clarity and confidence. From creating your departure strategy to finding a job, planning your budget, or securing housing, we will tackle it all, step by step in a clear and structured way. Book a coaching session with me today and let's turn your Canadian dream into a real plan. For more details, click the link in the show notes. And now, back to the show. High school is usually 4 years long. It goes from grades 9 to 12. Students typically graduate around age 17 or 18 with an Ontario Secondary School Diploma, which we call OSSD. To earn this diploma, students need to accumulate a certain number of credits and pass something called Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test. Depending on their path, some students also take advanced placement courses or pursue the International Baccalaureate program, which can give them a real leg up for university admissions. After high school, students have choices. They can attend a college, which focuses on technical or vocational training that's directly connected to the job market, or they can go to university for a 3 or 4-year academic degree. Both are excellent options depending on career goals. Now, let me tell you about what makes Ontario's system truly unique. Ontario has both English and French language schools. The French schools aren't just French classes. They're complete French language education from kindergarten all the way through high school. They are administered by French language school boards. There are also French immersion programs for English-speaking families who want their children to become bilingual. Choosing between these options depends on your family language background and goals, and honestly, it's one of those decisions where having someone who understands the nuances can save you months of research. Here is another distinctive feature that surprises many people. Within Ontario's public system, you can choose between secular schools and Catholic schools. Both are publicly funded. Secular schools provide education without religious instruction, while Catholic schools integrate Catholic teachings into the curriculum. This choice is entirely up to you as parents, and it's available at all school levels. So, here is the thing. I've given you a framework, but the real question is, which specific schools should your children attend? Because, let me tell you, not all schools are created equal. Some schools in Ontario have exceptional academic records and supportive communities. Others, well, they're doing their best, but might not be the right fit for your family's needs and aspirations. When I work with families, we don't just talk about the school system in general terms. We get specific. We look at the actual academic performance data for schools in neighborhoods you're considering. Even better, we can actually reverse engineer the process. Want your kids in a top-tier school? Then let's identify those schools first and find the perfect home in that catchment area. This is where working with someone who specializes in mobility to Canada becomes invaluable. Imagine how you would feel knowing with confidence that your children will be in great schools, that you have chosen a neighborhood where they will thrive, and that you haven't left any of this to chance. That's exactly what I help families achieve. If you're ready to stop feeling overwhelmed and start feeling confident about your move to Ontario, book a coaching session with me. I'll help you navigate not just the school system, but the entire process of choosing the right neighborhood for your family's future. Because your children's education isn't just important, it is everything. Let me give you 3 takeaways from this episode. First takeaway. Ontario's school system starts earlier than you might expect, with kindergarten beginning at age 4. While it's not mandatory, enrolling your child in JK and SK gives them a crucial head start. Second takeaway, Ontario offers real choice within its public system, English or French language instruction, and secular or Catholic education. These are not minor details. They are fundamental decisions that will shape your child's entire educational experience. So it's worth understanding your options before you arrive. Third takeaway, not all schools perform equally, and location matters enormously. The difference between a top-performing school and an average one can dramatically impact your child's opportunities, which is why choosing your neighborhood strategically based on actual school data is one of the smartest moves you can make. You can find the notes for this episode in the Learn section of my website, bienvenueaucanada.ca. This will allow you to review the key points of the episode. And yes, even if the name of my website is in French, the articles are in English. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening until the end. Thinking about immigrating to Canada but feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or pulled in too many directions? Book a coaching session with me today and let's turn your Canadian dream into a real plan. Link in the show notes.